Hello, folks. Welcome to episode 3 of Bushes in the Burgh. He's here with Zach and Christian. So we're going to get right into it here this week. I do want to let you know that our episode is sponsored by Amateur & Co. If that tax bill hits you hard this year, go to amateurco.info in order to find out how you could save next year on taxes. All right, folks. So we're going to go right into it on this week. We're going to go into its umpire meltdowns. So basically, on this segment here, we are going to talk about what the hell is going on with umpires this year. I'm going to pass it over to Zach here, just kind of let him get introduced into this episode, and we'll kind of get started.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been a pretty big whirlwind. We've got a pretty big mix, and Christian, you feel pretty strongly about how bad the umpires have been this year. Give me just a second here. We're going to pull up some umpire scorecards from some games this year. And my word, are they not?
It was really bad, especially the Pirates and Guardians series. That whole series was just atrocious. It's bad because, and I didn't even realize how bad it was. We have a friend that was basically telling me that he felt bad because it was so one-sided, and I was like, there were a couple really bad calls against the Pirates, and I was like, oh man, it was really bad, but I didn't think it was that bad. And then he's like, no, it was that bad. Like, I felt bad to win that game because I didn't feel like we deserved it all. And then we saw the scorecard after that, and I was like, holy shit, that is terrible. So yeah, they've been terrible.
Yeah, if Twitter will let me log in here on the computer. Oh boy. Let me see if I can do this. You have Twitter pulled up. Just go to.
I don't have it pulled up. Let me see.
It's already logged in. Just log me in. I love technology.
Yeah, but it hasn't all been bad either. We do have to recognize Mark Ripperger did have a perfect game called as an umpire, so I do want to give him a shout out. That was absolutely ridiculous. He called all 136 taken pitches in a game between the Twins and Royals perfectly. So that was, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, especially in today's era where we're seeing a lot of inconsistencies with umpires. You have Jazz Chisholm tweeting mid-game about umpires and getting tossed. It's just it's frustrating for players. It's frustrating all around. My thing is at this point, why?
My God! All right, sorry about that. Twitter is a fantastic place. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah, I don't have it on my computer. Otherwise, I would pull it up. But probably have to go through the same thing that you're doing at this point.
Is me log in for the fourth time now? Yep. Thank you. All right, let me get this pulled up right over here. All right. So, another fantastic shout out here. Actually, here it's gonna be easier if I just do this. Please just screen. I'll go entire screen two. Go big. Here we go. So here we are over here. We had another really good game. Was it yesterday? Mark Ripperger, 99% accuracy. He missed 2 calls.
So he's the one that called the perfect game. So
it's another.
If you have him at your game, he's consistent. He's great all around.
Doug Eddings is doing quite well this year. He's only missed a few calls as well. 2 out of 105 balls were true strikes, and 4 out of 50 called strikes were true balls. But let's start getting into and potatoes here as we get down this list a little bit further here. There is a pretty bad one. Lance Barrett, New York Mets versus Washington, starts to dip below the 90%. His average on balls is around about 97%. His average on strikes about 88%, resulting in plus 1.26 runs for the New York Mets. And his overall consistency was 91, which is pretty low.
That zone just in general is absolutely atrocious. Can you see like
yeah, if you guys can see that red outline here, it's you'd think they'd find a way to never miss a call in baseball.
I mean, here's the thing: like the ABS system, it doesn't slow down the game that much. Like,
in my opinion, it doesn't slow down at all.
I mean,
it's pretty simple. In my opinion, it's a stand-up way to challenge the umpire without showing him up and the ego being involved. And it's a simple, let's take a look at it. And if it's a strike, it's a strike. If it's not, it's not. We have a comment here in the chat. With the popularity of AI, what are your thoughts on using this to assist umpires? This is already a system that's in place. It's called the automatic ball strike system, the ABS system. You can challenge, as a hitter, you can challenge the call.
Look at that, 89%.
You can challenge the call, and the system will tell you if it's a strike or not. And it was used quite successfully in spring training and in the minors last year. In my opinion, it takes a second time to take a look at it. It shouldn't be a problem, so to speak, with using it, especially at this level. Here's Milwaukee versus St. Louis. This was the 26th. Let's go back a little bit further.
Yeah, we missed a couple of weeks, but go back to that Guards and Pirates series. That was absolutely ridiculous.
What weekend was that? If you can give me a date.
17th through the 20th, I believe.
Oh, damn, we're going way back. Hold on. It's the 20th, Detroit, Phillies. What's that? Braves. Mets, Cardinals, Yankees, Reds, Phillies.
There you go, right there.
Pirates, Guards. But this was just one of the games here.
That was the last game, which was actually, I mean, compared to the three of them, was okay. I mean, he was rather consistent, even though it was kind of a weird zone.
It's a little bit bigger. It's got a bigger zone. Let's see. Let's keep going back here. Pirates, Washington.
That's too far back. Then let's skip over it.
We're 17th. This is the 18th game from 17th.
Yeah. So then, it's the must be the 19th or the 22nd or something. I think it was the game after the 10-7 that was the one that was ridiculous. Like Brian Hayes took a ball, maybe 2-3 balls off of the plate with the bases potentially to be loaded, and they call strike 3, and then the next is an inning ending double play. It's just you can't have those mistakes. Yeah, so that's the 20th.
Pirates. So we're looking 18th, 19th,
20. So it's the 19th, the one that was the 3-0 one. Yeah, it's the 3-0.
So we found the first one 10-7.
Yeah. So you just need to go up.
So this is the 10-7 one. Let's go up. Phils, Burns, Mets, Red Sox, Braves, Texas, Houston, They try. Cubbies. Seattle.
There it is.
This is a 3-0 game. This was still pretty decent. He actually performed above his average. The scorecard.
Yeah.
But plus 1.3 runs for Cleveland.
Yeah. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Like in the moment, like he calls a pitch that just has no business being a strike, and completely ending any chance of. At the time, too, the game was 1-0 Cleveland, so it wasn't like it wasn't like.
Later Hayes would have been bottom 6, runners on first, third with no outs.
Yep. So the bases would have been loaded. Should have been because it was.
Yeah, this is number 1 right here. This ball right here.
No. So
let's go back and pull some bad. It's a pretty bad one. This one was a really good one for Ryan Blakeney. LA versus San Fran. That was 2-3 years ago. June 2022. This is when they first started doing this kind of stuff. A lot of them are older. A lot of these bad scorecards are older. But continuing on the segment, I mean, there's no reason we should be missing balls and strikes. I understand, around the fringe if you call it a strike, but we should not be calling this a ball, or this a ball, or this a ball. I mean, these are blatantly, vehemently in the zone or close to it. In my opinion, umpires need to get better, or I don't know, start using the ABS system. It's there for a reason.
Yeah, and I mean they did the test with it. I think the test was very well in spring training, and honestly, like at this point, it's been so bad that why don't you just implement it?
Rusty said, "Roast them, Chant." Said, "Damn, that guy on the left making my pennies wet. I'm glad I could be of service. Thank you so much."
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but in general, we just gotta figure out something consistently because it's just you want the best teams in at the end of the year, and 1 or 2 games here or there doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but that's how you get like random teams in that have no business being there, and I don't know. You want it competitive once October rolls around, and you could easily tank somebody's season by 1 or 2 games at this point.
Yeah.
So, anything else on that segment? Otherwise, we'll move on.
No, I think we're pretty set. We can probably roll into our next segment, and I'll let you take the bird or the buck there with the Pirates.
All right. Yeah. So moving on to the Cardinals and Pirates check-ins here. So overall, the Pirates are coming off an LA trip where they go 3-3 versus the Angels and the Dodgers. They started off great against the Angels. I don't really want to put too much emphasis on the Angels. They are the Angels. But you got to the Paul Skeens and versus the Dodgers, and that was an amazing game. You get the highlight of Paul Skeens making Shohei Ohtani look like a toddler trying to bat, which says a lot.
He bested him, what, 3 out of 3?
Yeah. And the strikeout where he's swinging, trying to reach at a ball that has no business even being swung at. It's just crazy the amount of movement that he gets on his pitches. But overall, I mean, you can't say enough about Paul Skeens.
For those of you guys that didn't see it, here it is.
His whole family's there too. But yeah, I mean, just overall, it's it was nice to see him get a good start and actually get run support for once.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I mean, 3 runs isn't a lot of support, but with Paul Skeens, it's pretty much all you need. So, again, that might be on umpires.
Dude, who was your catcher, and what was that throw? Like, my God.
That's Henry Davis.
You're 60 feet away from him and you bounce it, bro? Come on, man.
Hey, man, it's Hank's first time. It's Hank's first time in Dodgers Stadium. So, is this the whole thing?
I think so. Let me see if I can find a quicker one.
Yeah, but in general for the Pirates, it was an okay LA trip. I mean, the last game was a little rough. Well, actually, the last 2 games were a little bit rough. The Dodgers series was unfortunately unfolded by bringing up Colin Holderman. Colin Holderman is just not it. I don't get the that swing's ridiculous. You get probably one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter in baseball, looking like that.
That's a gross pitch, dude.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. But yeah, the Pirates just need to cut their losses with Colin Holderman. I know he's been injured, but it's just when Colin Holderman was good, he was pitching against the 7th, 8th, and 9th hole, coming out in like the 6th or 7th inning. Then you start moving him back because he had great numbers, and he started getting absolutely hammered in the 8th and 9th inning. It's just he's a AAA ball player. That's what Colin Holderman is. He's not good enough. And I hate to be that guy because I'm not normally like a jump on the players type guy, but just how many examples do you need? Like, it's one thing to lose your confidence, but like he gets absolutely blasted. He goes down. It's an injury. He does his rehab. He comes back, and then he gets up, 4 runs in an inning? And I mean, you go into I think they went into the 7th or 8th inning tied 4-4, and they lose 8-4. Like, it's just not. It's just not it. And then the next night, I'm not even going to put on Colin Holderman because that was just an all-around bad pitching performance, which kind of sucked because you had Andrew McCutchen and Valdez hit home runs in the first inning, and you're like, oh, crap, we're running here. And then no run support, and pitching was just awful the whole night. But it's the Dodgers, so it's going to happen. Taking 3-3 on a road trip in LA is pretty good, puts them at the 500. Now they're just going to have to move on here and tackle the road ahead. They got a pretty tough schedule coming up. I know they got the Cubs coming up.
Cap chipped in and said on that throwback to Skeens, even an old noodle arm Cap gets it at least 60 feet. But yeah, you do. Yeah, I mean, despite the skid, being towards the bottom of the Central right now, I mean, it's on paper. It's what it takes to kind of push through, right?
I mean, in general, I mean, I still think they're a 500 ball club. They're showing 500 ball. That's pretty much what I expect at this point. But at the same point, you look at the starting pitching that they've been getting. They're starting to get a little bit of offense. The bullpen, other than Colin Holderman, has been good. I would say more than serviceable. You get Bednar coming back. Bednar is actually pitching fantastic. He has movement again. The ball's not just sitting dead center anymore. He's got control again. It looks promising. But it's time for the ownership to use some of their assets and make a push. You don't want to wait until the deadline. You don't want to do that. If you see something you like, I know we got Horowitz who's doing rehab now. He should come up and we should see him soon, which would be a nice boost to the offense, hopefully. But if there's a piece out there that one of these teams that you already know is pretty much done, and there's a couple teams right now that are pretty bad, like the Rockies, the White Sox. I mean, I don't know what the White Sox want for Ortiz. I know he's not putting up great batting numbers, and that's part of the Pirates' problems, but at least show the fan base. Maybe I mean I've been on the fan base about being piss poor, but give them something to shut up about. Give them something to show that you're invested. And maybe they'll start showing out more, even if they're going to go to games and say sell the team. Who cares? Just get them something to get them in the door to sell the team once they're in the door. So even if you have to overpay at this point, we have so many prospects and assets to use. At this point, man, like Tommy Phan's a great energy guy, but I'd rather have Louise over Tommy Phan in the outfield. But we shall see what Ben Cherington and the Pirates want to do. I am loving O'Neal Cruz though as a leadoff guy. That's his leadoff numbers are freaking ridiculous. I think he's now 32 straight stolen bases, which I think is approaching, if not tying, the MLB record. And yeah, I mean he's got a chance to join the 40 for 40 club. So, and then get the hell out of Pittsburgh because we're not going to be able to afford him. But overall, I mean, right now, I think they're a 500 ball club. I said that at the beginning of this series. I think that's where they're going to be at this point. I really don't expect any moves. I would love moves, but at this point, it's Pirates. It's been that way for my whole life. So, but I'll pass it over to you. Get your opinion on the Cardinals and how they're doing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I got one word for you. Nolan Gorman.
Nolan Gorman.
That's it. All right. This kid is electric. This kid is clutch. This kid has, in my opinion, everything it takes to put this insufferable team back on track. Now, to be fair, he did go out for a couple of games on a pretty bad stretch. As soon as he came back, he's been donging a little bit. He's hitting the ball pretty well. He has been Mr. Clutch, in my opinion, with the exception of Nolan Arenado. He's starting to hit the ball hard again, which is great. Here's a nice fat double to get him going against the Braves a couple of games ago. We had a pretty bad stretch. I think we lost 7 out of 10 during the Mets and Dodger series. So it wasn't good. So taking one from the Braves, of course, we lost 2 of those, was huge, and he was a huge contributor there to help put this team back on track. From there, we kind of put on the brakes, I guess. We lost the last game. We lost the last 2 games to the Nets series. And then we come back in and we're slugging it out with the who did we just play? The Brewers. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Take them down 3-2 in the first set, and then 6-5 in the second set, courtesy of a Nolan Arenado walk-off, and then drop that one more game to them. Sorry, 1 game out of the 3, 7-1. And the problem I have with it isn't so much that we're losing, it's how we're losing. 7-1 is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We lost today to the Reds 3-1, which Arenado again delivers there. The problem I have is the pitching. I could care less who we're putting in the field, who we're putting in the lineup right now, because they're hitting, they're contributing, they're doing their jobs. Are they doing it to be the best team in baseball? They've got a lot of hits. I think there are a couple of our guys are leading the league in hits categories. Problem I've got is rotation sucks. Sonny Gray, Eric Fetty, Miles Michaelis, Steven Matz are terrible. Gray is the only bright spot on our starting rotation right now with 3-0 record. Bullpen has a collective ERA of 5.54. It's 24th in the league. 24th. 50% of the runners that get on are scoring against the bullpen. That is a problem.
Yeah.
Fernandez finally got. Go ahead.
It actually seems like you guys are struggling on the road. You guys are 2-11 on the road.
Terrible on the road. We're terrible on the road. Ryan Fernandez finally got sent back to AAA. He was absolute dog shit this year. Jojo and John King are underperforming, and Ollie's just who we got. We have to get them back on track. This is who we got, and that to me screams the simple fact that Mo doesn't want to make the move, and I have a problem with that. It needs to happen with the starting rotation. The bullpen, I think, will figure it out. It's still super early in the season. The problem I have with the bullpen or the starting rotation is quality starts. Out of 28 games, only 13 of them have been considered quality starts. That is 46%. That is terrible. Gray has 3 quality starts in 6 games. Fendy has 4 quality starts in 6 games. Liberatore has 4 quality starts in 5 games. Palante has 1 in 5 games. Michaelis has 1 in 5 games. This is the problem. We're not getting deep enough with our starting pitchers for us to even put up a chance. Now that's 6 innings or more with 3 runs or less scored against. This is the problem. If the Cardinals do not excel this year, it is solely on the blame of John Mozeliak and his inability to find starting pitching when he had plenty of time to do so in the offseason and plenty of time to do so this year during the season before the trade deadline.
Absolutely.
Pitching wins ball games. I'm sorry to say it, but pitching wins ball games. Everybody's there for the home run, and that's what the fans want to see, but pitching wins ball games. Period.
Yeah. I know a team with a lot of good pitching, but maybe not so much hitting.
Yeah, you want to make a trade?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a division rival, but it's
you
fine.
can't have Borman though. That's my only.
That's fine.
You can have never or not.
We need an outfielder. We got Nicky G coming back here eventually. It's gonna be our second base.
I'll give you Victor Scott and Thomas and Jesse. You guys can have whatever you want as far as the outfield goes.
Yeah, so we'll send you I don't know, Bailey Falter.
He's better than half our fucking starting rotation. I'll take it.
Like shit. Been solid. I mean, he got lit up against the Dodgers, but it's the Dodgers. I mean,
the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are out there running around fucking house money. I mean, there's not much we're gonna be able to do. All right, before I get angry at the Cardinals, let's move on to our next topic.
Right.
And we're gonna talk about Tommy Pham.
Yes,
Tommy Pham. Forever on side. It's Tommy Pham being Tommy Pham. What did he do this time?
Oh, boy. Well,
if you haven't seen it, I'll show you. Pull this up here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just overall, it's been an eventful season for Tommy Pham with the Pirates. So, I mean, just in general, though, like, if you're a fan in this situation, why are you reaching over in the middle of play anyway? Like, but also it's like Tommy Pham like stops mid play and it's like, yo, man, like, what's up? like out of any player,
right here, dude. This is the best part right here, hands down, 100%. Here it is. Send it, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. I think he winds up catching a suspension, 1-game suspension with an undisclosed fine for that one. I mean, it's pretty fucking fire.
He appealed the suspension and he's playing, and then I think in the next game he actually went on to hit his 1,000th hit.
I did see that,
which was a double. So
I didn't see that.
I mean, honestly, Tommy Pham, since that moment, has been a man on fire.
Can I ask you a question? I got 2 questions for you. Is Tommy Pham a menace, or is he just the most honest man in baseball?
Honestly, I love Tommy Pham. I think Tommy Pham in the Pirates locker room is kind of something that the Pirates need, mainly because Pirates just have that outside noise from their own fan base. And honestly, to be honest, I wish that was at home to a Pirates fan, because a lot of Pirates fans need to get that memo, because it's ridiculous how they're just it's just nonstop. I mean, he's struggling at the plate to say. I mean, he's batting 184, 6 RBIs, no home runs yet this year. But in general, I think he's a good locker room guy. And, I don't want to say it was a great signing because it's not really paying off, but I think it was a perfect fit in a way. It's somebody that the Pirates needed.
He's a Pittsburgh kind of guy.
Absolutely. He's the
he
full
fits
on
in with the fan base.
For sure.
Hope G81 said, if you could, what decisions would you make to better the team? Just getting started pitching flat out. Little Crider, Cruz missile at leadoff is Lynn's sanity, and if there's one guy in the MLB I want to find waiting for me outside the ballpark, it's Tommy Pham.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question. That brings 100%. That brings me to my next question. If you could fight one MLB player, who would it be? Like, square up, no holds barred, just fists, no weapons, none of that shit. You guys just meet each other outside and just post up. Who would you pick? Man. Chad, feel free to answer that question too.
I would say anybody that gets. I would say anybody that gets injured frequently, but I think that's going to fall onto Anthony Rendon, and I do not want to fight Anthony Rendon. I do not.
Yeah, I mean, well, if we're talking about getting injured frequently, my pick would be Mike Trout. I mean, guy's always down.
I don't know if I would want to fight Mike Trout either, man. He's pretty jacked. If anything. I don't know. Maybe Shohei Ohtani, just because I feel like he'd be so nice to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
If I had to pick one, it'd probably be Jose Altuve, just because he's so damn small. I could probably sit on him. Oh my God. Just pin him down and spit in his face.
Oh no!
Start banging some trash cans while I'm doing it.
Oh man, no, that's
That'd be gold. That would be gold.
Yeah, and while we're on the Tommy Pham subject, it's just the fans right now. Absolutely.
One said, "I'm fighting Christian Yelich." That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement. Stuff with Christian Yelich outside the ballpark.
Christian Yelich, that's an interesting one. Oh man.
I think she has nightmares as a Cardinals fan, just watching him hit nukes.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, maybe I'll change mine to whoever injured Young Ho Kong. That's a different story. But yeah, I mean, overall, just the fans in general have been wild. I mean, you got Andrew McCutchen getting attacked by fans by a tweet and responding. First and foremost, in the city of Pittsburgh, there is one rule for baseball: is no matter what, you do not touch Andrew McCutchen. You do not talk bad about Andrew McCutchen. I don't care what Andrew McCutchen does. We die for that man. He gave us some of the best years of baseball that we have seen in however many years. And the fact that it's like, oh no, Andrew McCutchen handcuffs the team. Okay, here's the problem with that. Andrew McCutchen is like our second best hitter right now. And even if he did handcuff our team, I don't care. It's Andrew McCutchen. It's Andrew McCutchen. At that point, that's it. That's simple. You didn't see the Cardinals going, oh, Albert Pujols handcuffs the team. No, it's Albert Pujols. He was Albert Pujols. That's
to be fair, he was hitting nukes down the stretch. So
he was, but still, there was a little period there where he was struggling. But again, you didn't hear any Cardinals fans going, Albert Pujols was not it. Why is he here? But just in general, like it just goes back to Pittsburgh fans, Pittsburgh media. It's absolutely atrocious. It's so negative. There needs to be a change up somewhere. And I don't know what it needs to be, but when Andrew McCutchen calls out people, if Tommy Pham's out in the outfield making gestures towards fans, maybe somebody's going to get a memo here sooner or later. And then maybe we're going to see an upgrade in fan experience, but I'll leave it at that.
Shall we dive into the 9-inning challenge?
You want to do the 9-inning challenge next?
Yeah, we can do that and then roll into the hotline.
Okay. All right.
I gotta pick a couple.
So, folks, this is a new thing that we're gonna be rolling out here weekly. We're gonna do it for guests. We don't have a guest this week, but we're gonna have Zach be our guinea pig here. So the way that the 9-inning challenge is gonna work, Zach is gonna ask a question to our AI system, and it is going to give him an answer. Using those answers, he's going to try and guess the players. Now, here's the catch with it. We're going to play a full game of baseball here. Zach has 27 outs. Each question that he asks without an answer is an out. So we're going to go through and have him get as many runs as he can in 27. Now, the way that this is going to work if we have multiple guests on the show is they're going to compete inning by inning. And then if there's a tie at the end, we'll go into extra innings and whatnot. But let's get started here. So let me see.
Share your screen. Show them what we're working with here.
All right, let me. Can I hide this on? There we go. All right, folks. So here's how this is gonna work. All right.
Little chat GPT. I love that.
Yeah, you gotta work with what you got. All right. So Zach, you gotta ask a yes or no question. Oh, this is actually doing no as a strike. Okay, so you get 3 strikes and you're out. Okay. It's a little different.
All right, so I've got so many tries.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and ask your question here.
Are they? Did they play 2010s or later, or before? Before or after? Let's go before or after 2000.
Before or after 2000?
Yeah. Did they play before or after 2000? Did they play? Yes.
Oh.
That's the question. Yeah, you're gonna have to ask it specific.
Wait.
Yes, they played before 2000. I'm cooked, Chad. We're cooked, Chad. Were they American League?
Jeez, can't type. Yes, they are.
Oh shit! Fuck. All right.
Still no strike.
You can also use the voice there, the button instead of typing if you want to type.
Oh yeah.
Just a little microphone.
Oh, good. You found me.
No, it's talking to you. Just cancel it.
Yeah.
Hit the microphone button.
Yeah.
American League West.
Are they in the American League West? No, strike one.
American League Central. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this quick, I think.
Are they in the American League Central? Yes, they are.
All right. This helps. Did they play for the Cleveland Indians?
Did they play for Cleveland? Yes, they did.
Okay. All right. Is it Albert Bell? Let's get this out of the way now.
Is it Albert Bell? Close, but no.
But no, it's not Albert Bell.
Interesting. The close, but no is interesting to me. Why is it tipping?
That means he played around the same time.
Tipping pitching. Tipping pitches, chat. Somebody's banging on a trash can.
I'm just quickly researching when Albert Bell played, looking up his teammates. I just need to know years because I'm good. I think it was in the 80s. Yeah, 89 to 2000. All right. What position did he play? Well, ask if he was a teammate of Albert Bell, because that'll help narrow it down.
Is it a teammate of Albert Bell? Yes. On Cleveland. Obviously. So you got 2 strikes.
Who helped him in that bad scandal? She said close, but no. Isn't
We might have to change this to the 1 inning challenge.
yeah. Was it Tomey, maybe?
Tomey? Jim Tomey?
Yeah, ask about Jim Tomey.
Jim Tomey?
Thome. No why.
No. You're out. Oh, this is only giving you 1 in. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep it the 9 inning challenge, but we just won't do 3. We'll do 3 strikes and 1 out an inning. Why don't you ask what narrow it down by position?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Was it a pitcher or a?
Ask about Kenny Lofton. They played at the same time.
Nope.
No. All right. Ask if it was a pitcher.
Yes, player is a pitcher.
Ask if his pitcher pitched before 1990.
No.
Okay, so 90 to 96, I think, is when Bell retired. Did he pitch in 1991?
Yes.
Starting pitcher or starting pitcher? Question mark. That's a good question. Left-handed or right-handed? That's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Starting pitcher.
Starting pitcher, left-handed or right-handed? So ask if he's a lefty.
No, it's a righty.
Righty pitchers in the 90s for the Pirate or the Tribe.
Yeah, search for Pirates pitchers in the 90s.
Yeah,
That's
right. Righty pitchers in the 90s for the Guardians. Oh, who was like notable?
you're in the 3rd inning now.
Yeah, I'm drawing blank pitchers. I remember they had like good arms, but nobody was like elite that year. That's really like the only name that comes to mind, Cap. Ask if it's Dennis Martinez.
It is not Dennis Martinez.
Was it Hershiser or Oral Hershiser? It's OREL and then HERSHISER. Yeah,
Yep.
let's go. It's the only. He's like the only big name I know because he was after the Dodgers. And he came to Cleveland for like 5 seconds, and then he was done. My next guess was going to be Nagy, but then I was out of ideas after that. Like Nagy. Your turn. You up?
Oh, it's the top of the first inning. Okay, interesting. So do we want to do it like this? If we got two guests head to head, we'll just do
Yeah, we
it.
could, unless we have a we can do guess, and then the next person can go. So if you want to go, I can post it on my site. Real quick.
I mean, I could type them in too. So
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
it doesn't matter. We'll do it this way just for
Yeah,
this time. But yeah, I'll go. Okay. What am I gonna do? Do NL. Okay.
Player.
Damn it.
No, I bet he's from the West. I bet he's thinking of Dodgers. I bet he's thinking of pre-2000s. Yep. Shohei Ohtani. I spelled that terribly. Holy fuck.
Damn it.
That's the proper spelling of Shohei Ohtani. Ask a team in the West. I break it down by that. No, it's gonna be Dodgers.
Damn.
Padres. Second inning.
Fuck.
Dodgers. It's Dodgers. It's 100% Dodgers.
What if it's the Rockies though?
I'm impressed. Yeah,
That's the Dodgers.
Fucking Dodgers, dude. All right, now you gotta fucking find out.
Okay.
Got one strike in the second. How did I get through it? The third inning? No, not a pitcher.
It's not a pitcher. Okay.
So I'd ask retired or still playing.
Okay.
Still
so
playing. Okay, that makes it easier. Now you can
we're less cooked. We're less cooked. Okay. Okay. It's not a pitcher. It's not Shohei.
It's not a Ohtani.
Should I guess Will Smith?
Not a pitcher. Yeah, fuck it.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Okay, it's infielder. Okay. Manny Machado?
It's Gavin Lux. Machado's not on the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jeez. Fuck, it's not Lux.
Lux. Lux. Gavin Lux.
Alright,
we're in the third here. I'd start asking positions in the infield. No, second base. If it's second base, it's Gavin Lux. Oh wait, no. Wait, what do they do with not a catcher? Yes. What are they doing with Edmund over there? I don't think he's playing infield.
Oh, it is.
It is second base. It's either Gavin Lux or Mookie Betts.
It's LUX?
LUX.
Oh,
Gavin
fuck.
Lux.
Jesus, fuck. But
TTS.
isn't Mookie out?
TTS.
It's not. Around. It's not gonna. We're gonna do Gavin.
LUX. Yeah. Oh, I was right 3 guesses ago. I'm sorry. I mean, tell me fan energy.
So it's tied. Do
what out or what? I guess how many strikes did you have? You had 2 strikes. How many strikes did I have?
I forget.
For what?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? You're clicking in your mouse button.
Yeah, it's broken.
Oh. Yeah, keep going. You're in the second inning for yours still. Send that. Send that, ho.
It's just not.
All right. Oh, scroll down. I had 1 strike. You had 2. I won.
But technically, I got mine. I just spelled
Technically, I told you what it was. so what you're saying is I beat myself.
it. And technically, Cap was helping you on.
Yeah, that's true. Although he was wrong twice.
All right, we can move on here, and we'll go on to the beer league hotline. But yeah, we'll start doing that. We'll start doing that from now on.
If you guys like that, drop in the chat if you think that's fun. You guys are welcome to play along, throw some guesses out in the chat.
But yeah, we will. We'll keep that for guests, and we'll keep a leaderboard ranking. See who gets it the fastest. See if some people are going to come in just guessing a random player and see who gets it on no strike count.
All right, we got a couple of write-ins here. Lovegate 2025. You ready for this shit? So I've been our starting shortstop for about 3 seasons now. Solid glove, can turn 2, no big deal. This year, our team picked up a buddy's coworker, and this guy rolls in with 2 gloves, 1 big outfield glove and a smaller infielder's glove. It's not uncommon. He switches them out mid-inning depending on who's hitting. Like if a big guy steps up, he grabs the bigger glove just in case. It's weird, and it totally slows everything down. Plus, the guy's not even good. He puts routine grounders with both gloves. Our pitcher's getting pissed because it messes with his pace. And I tried joking to him once, like, "Hey, bro, have you tried out for the combine?" He really didn't laugh. Now it's becoming a thing where half the team is whispering about it. Nobody wants to confront him. I don't want to be the jerk who starts drama in a beer league, but also, like, come on, man. Is it actually worth saying something to this guy, or should I just let it ride because it's just rec ball and it's not that serious? Annoyed and inaccurate. So it's not super uncommon to have 2 gloves. I have 2 gloves. I have my infielder's mitt. It's my outfielder's mitt from when I was a little bigger. And then I have my first baseman's mitt. But like I play first base. So man, to switch this shit out mid-inning, I mean, are the umpires not calling like delay a game or some kind of like infraction on this guy? Like if it's that serious, guy, just bring your glove out with you and just set it in the short outfield grass, man. Like, what are you doing? For you to be booting it, like, why don't you just use the glove for your position? Like, if you're playing second base, wear your infielder's mitt. Playing shortstop, wear your infielder's mitt. Why are you using 2 gloves? Just pick one that inning and go with it. I don't really get this guy. As far as saying anything, like, I don't know. It's probably not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's rec league, I mean, really, I mean, it's super extra, but it's
yeah, that's literally exactly what the chat says. He's using different gloves in beer league ? That's super extra. Just all wear the glove.
You know what he should do? He should just get rid of both of them and go buy one of Trevor Bauer gloves, just because they look nice.
With the swords on it. Yeah.
It's there. You go. That solves that issue. That's it.
Yeah.
Go buy Trevor Bauer's glove and you're good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird one. I'd say I'd just tell him to cool it, or I'd talk to the team manager about him and just say, "Hey, look, like, just tell him the ref is going to start, giving us fines for time limit, like that kind of thing." I don't know. Let's move on to the next one. Pimp my dinger. I play on a semi-decent rec team in a pretty competitive league. Not bad, makes playoffs most years, but we also know it's supposed to be fun. That is, until this new guy joined. He's maybe mid-30s, super athletic, and every time he hits a tank, which, all right, happens like once a week, he does the most absurd bat flips you've ever seen. Full toss in the air, slow home run trots, fake tip of the caps to the quote-unquote crowd. I mean, we're talking full showmanship. Now, the problem is teams are starting to get mad, like really mad. We almost got into a fight last week because the other pitcher chirped him for showing off. Instead of jogging to home plate, the guy started pretending to polish his helmet like he was polishing a trophy. It's hilarious, but it's also kind of getting dangerous because nobody wants to catch a fastball in ribs for his antics. Do we sit this dude down and tell him to chill, even though he's technically our best hitter, or do we just ride the chaos? Hopefully, nobody throws at us first. Worried and Wilmington. This is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's rec league. Like you don't hit tanks every day up there. Like don't get me wrong. Like if this guy's hitting tanks once a week in your game, maybe he doesn't qualify for the league. I'm just gonna leave that there. Now that's besides the point. But we had a guy on our team who would also crush nukes. But he didn't pimp his dingers because it's rec league. So
Yeah.
I probably say something. Now, once or twice is fine. Like if it's a tight game and like that's a walk-off nuke, like yeah, pimp the shit out of it. If it's just first inning and it's whatever, like why are we pimping the shit out of it? But at the same time, like pitches are a little bit soft. Like I'm gonna be straight. Pitches have gotten way too soft. Like let the kids play. I'd tell him like just to read the room a little bit. Like if it's too much, like if he does it twice in one game, like that's maybe a little too extra. Like, I don't know.
I mean, in general, I mean, first and foremost, I want to see a video of this guy hitting a tank,
hilarious, dude.
then deciding that he's gonna polish his helmet to protest being chirped. But I mean, also, I'll be the one to be like the devil's advocate here. Social media is a thing. I'm sure you can find an opposing team's picture on social media. If you don't like it yourself, just let them know, man. We don't want to be hit, but feel free. You get a free shot. Nobody's gonna charge the mound. Nobody's gonna come out and support him. He does it to you. Just, I mean, that's the way that I would say it. Just send the message across. I mean, that's the easiest way. I mean, if you were the opposing team, obviously that's the easy one. Just throw at them. But if it's your own teammate, I mean, I don't know. I mean, go the back way. Send a message on Facebook. Hit him up on X. Be like, hey, man, this dude hits tanks. He pimps them out. We're tired of it. Other people are tired of it. Just don't hit us, but you get a free shot.
I don't know. If I were the guy making the line for that team, I'd just put the fat kid behind him. You know what I mean? Like I usually do that with myself and on my team. If we got a really good hitter who's hot, I'll put myself right behind him. So if anybody's getting thrown at, it's me. I know what I do.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, just in general, I mean, he just, first inning, catch one of the ribs, might set the tone. I mean, might get the message across. I don't know, but if he's pimping in a rec league, I really don't think anything's gonna get to him.
Hey, fill him in, run him up, fill him in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got one more here. Secret dugout. Our team started the season super positive. Lots of group chats, good vibes, custom shirts, you know the deal. But by mid-season, we were sitting around 500 with the cracks starting to show. People started grumbling at our manager playing favorites, giving his friends some good spots in the batting order, pulling others early for no reason. One night, a few of us started a separate group chat without him, just to, vent. At first, it was harmless, meme sharing, whining about lineups, but it got bigger. Now almost the whole team is in the quote-unquote secret dugout chat except the manager, and he has no idea. Problem is, things are getting worse, not better. People are passive-aggressively missing games, making jokes about being benched, and the dugout is tense. We're falling apart. Should we just come clean and air everything out, or keep the secret group chat alive and pray we can finish the season with an all-out mutiny? I'll let you take this one.
I mean, just in general, I mean, if something's bothering you, just come out and say it. I mean, I'm a straightforward person, so to me, that's the route that I would go. I would just come out and say it. I mean, you could have the group chat, but if you have the whole team in there at this point and it's becoming a problem, I mean, it's time to come clean. That or just wait till the end of the season and then start your own team at that point. I mean, that's really the best way to do that one.
Yeah, I'd honestly just air it all out, to be honest with you. But that's me. I'm a little bit more upfront about things. Like if there's a problem, I'd bring it up as soon as there's a problem. There's no faster way to put it to bed than with it. At least you'll figure out then and there, if you still have a team to play on or if you need to start looking elsewhere. And that's kind of how I'd start that. Let's do one more. This one's kind of funny. Fake stats, real beef. Our league has an online stat tracker where players can see their batting averages, home runs, RBIs, all that fun stuff. It's supposed to be just for fun, but one guy on our team, who's also our stat keeper, has been quote unquote editing the numbers after games, and surprise, his stats are always just a little bit better than everybody else's. So he's leading the league in average, even though we all know he's a ground ball machine. A couple teammates noticed and started comparing the live game books to his posted stats, and yeah, totally cooked. Nobody's confronted him yet, but it's becoming the worst kept secret in the dugout. Some guys think it's hilarious. Others are seriously pissed because he's messing up the league MVP races and bragging rights. Do we expose him and pull up the drama, or let him live out his fake Barry Bonds fantasy just because it's rec ball? Oh boy, that's funny. Actually, I mean, it's rec ball. Like, those are my opinions. Like, if you guys are really that bent about like seeing stats, and your stats aren't the best, so to speak, because his are just a little bit better. Like, I mean, it's rec ball. If you really care that much, like, obviously the right answer is to expose him, right? Like, you just got to do it. Those stats mean something. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, you can use your stats to help you get better if that's what you guys are trying to do. If you guys don't really give a shit, then I wouldn't worry about it. In my opinion, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's let the dude live out his fantasy at this point. It's rec ball. I mean, if you're gonna hype him up, a hit's a hit, man. That's the way that it's always been. Even if it's not a hit and it's an error, it's still on base. That's all that matters. Get on base, score runs. It's the name of the game. It's everybody wants to hit tanks, but not everybody can hit tanks. So,
True.
Shoot, you got MLB players stealing home. That's any way that you can get a run, you get a run. That's all that matters at this point.
True. That's all I've got for that segment. I still think that one's pretty funny.
All right. So we'll move on here to wrap it up for this episode here. We're going to go do our full MLB double play wraparound. So just going to go over a couple of things real quick here. We got Aaron Judge leading in batting average. Cal Raleigh from the Mariners with 10 home runs. Aaron Judge is leading in RBIs with 27.
And surprisingly, he's not far behind Cal Raleigh on the home runs bit. Tommy Edman,
yeah. There's a couple people. O'Neal Cruz has 8, which is
Cardinals. You're dog shit for letting him go. Just want to put that out there. Why? I still don't get that one. Why? We'll move on.
You got Tyler Mahle with the Rangers leading in ERA at 1.14. Strikeouts, Cole Ragans from the Royals, 46. National League, we got Brendan Donovan from the Cardinals, 359. Home runs, Eugenio Suarez from the Diamondbacks at 10 home runs. Wilmer Flores, Giants, 28 RBIs. And then Yamamoto from the Dodgers at 1.06 ERA. Absolutely ridiculous. And then Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals is leading with strikeouts at 53. Let's see, injury report for the last week or so. Tyler Glasnow exited with shoulder discomfort, raising concerns. Devin Williams removed from the closer role amid performance struggles. And then Ian Anderson from the Braves returned to Atlanta's pitching rotation. That's pretty much the updates as far as stats, injuries.
Can we talk about the Yankees bullpen just imploding on itself? I mean, they don't look good.
The Yankees bullpen does not look good at all.
Doesn't look good at all. I mean, they're leading their division at 17-12, and the Red Sox are hot on their heels just a game.
Yeah, Red Sox are killing it lately. They've won 9. They've gone to 9-5 over their last 14. Jarren Duran has gone absolutely ridiculous.
6-4 over their last 10 with 2 win streak. Yeah, I mean, they're pushing it.
Mets are the first team to reach 20 wins this season, leading the NL East.
Leading
The
NL.
Tigers,
They're leading MLB.
yeah,
They got the best record in baseball right now.
yeah,
20-9 is
Detroit,
insane with a plus 50 run differentials.
and that's
They're
after
doing something
choking
right. They
that's
figured something out.
That's after choking a 6-run lead against the Nationals this week. You got the Detroit Tigers swept the Orioles in a doubleheader.
The Orioles are skidding. The Orioles are skidding.
Orioles have
They're
been
11-17. They're 5.5 back from the top, and they are at the bottom. This MLB World Series predictions are not looking too good for me.
I guess the Guardians are kind of holding me back there, but Padres aren't doing so bad.
The Guardians are only 3 back from Detroit. Detroit's been on fire lately. They won their past 4. They're plus 42 run differential. Guardians, meanwhile, are going the other way, dropping 3 with a minus 28 run differential.
Yeah. Top performers over the past week. Brandon Nimmo from the Mets drove in 9 runs with 2 homers and a double and a 19-5 rout against the Nationals, tying in franchise RBI record. Suarez from Diamondbacks became the 19th player in MLB history to hit 4 home runs in a single game during a narrow 8-7 loss. Imagine hitting 4 home runs and losing. That's absolutely some MLB show stuff there. Jorge
Road
Polanco,
to the show, baby. Road to the show.
Jorge Polanco posted a .471 batting average with 4 home runs and 8 RBIs, earning AL Player of the Week honors. And a Pages from the Dodgers hit .650 with 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, sharing NL Player of the Week honors with Suarez. So that is pretty much it for the wrap around here this week, folks.
Interesting. This isn't really a hot take, but do you think Mike Trout's being wasted?
His batting average isn't as what it normally is. So I still think he's got to get healthy, but I would imagine that he's going to get moved at some point if he wants to get moved. So I don't necessarily know that he's getting wasted. He's had so many injury issues.
The Angels don't push a playoff run. He still has 0 playoff wins.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if they don't push a playoff run while he's on their team, his career has been completely wasted.
Yeah.
And I think he may go down on a Hall of Fame ballot as the best to never do it.
I don't know. I still think he's got a decent amount of baseball left. It's just.
Absolutely. I agree. He does got plenty of baseball left. I'm just saying, is he one of those Buster Posey flameouts where, the difference with Buster is they won one with Buster.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Buster had a short career. Buster gets compared to Yadi Molina all the time. Everybody thinks Buster Posey is the best catcher to ever do it because he had great offensive numbers. Meanwhile, his defensive numbers were.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same. It's kind of similar, but in reverse here for Mike Trout, where, he's posting great numbers. He's got the highest WAR in the league. He's just flaming out with the Angels, man. The Angels had Shohei, moved him because they didn't want to pay him. They're paying Trout. It makes me wonder if at what point you, as Mike Trout, want to move to a winning team to maybe try to put one in the cabinet.
Hey, I'm just saying right here. Here's my hot take on this. All right. Let's get Mike Trout to Pittsburgh.
Oh, and you want to talk about wasting someone's career? The Pittsburgh Pirates, folks, where careers go to die.
No. But let's get him to Pittsburgh with Paul Skeens, that pitching staff. He would fill out that outfield very nicely. You have Reynolds, Cruz, and Trout. And then,
can I ask you a question, though? Is Bob Nutting going to pay him?
You know what? At this point, Bob's already taken out loans. Why not take out a loan to carry in? I mean, if you get Trout, here's the thing. I could almost guarantee if you got Trout that the Pirates fans would show up at least to pay his salary.
They'd show up. They'd show up. That's not the issue. My issue is, are they going to pay him?
Well, I mean, I think they could find a way to do it. I mean,
Mike Trout's currently on a 12-year, $426 million.
all right,
$1 million signing bonus.
he's on a $40 million a year salary. Okay. If the Pirates were to do this, the Pirates fans would need to show up at least, instead of their 20 million average that they've averaged the past 4 seasons, in order to cover Mike Trout's salary, would have to show up at least at 28,000.
He's got 5 years left.
Yeah.
On his salary.
Yeah. They could do that. You got what, 4 years left of Paul Skeens' control.
He's 33 years old. In 5 years, 4 years, he's going to be 37.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
Do they trade, and does Bob Nutting retain $40 million a year salary?
You know,
and if they do trade, who you giving up? Because that's the only way you're getting him before he isn't worth shit.
I don't know. I mean, you got a plethora of pitching prospects. You got your infield pretty much set if you decide to. I mean, maybe you could trade Tamar Johnson. You could trade, I don't know, Burrows maybe. Maybe do Tamar Johnson, Burrows.
I feel like you're going to need to send a bundle.
Oh, yeah, you could send a bundle. I mean, they have a bunch of top picks. It's not like they don't have a bunch of top picks. I mean, at this point, it's going to be wherever Mike Trout wants to go, and Pittsburgh's probably not on his list. But I don't know, though. I mean, maybe Paul Skeens could convince him. I don't. Yeah. I mean, you got the starting rotation in Pittsburgh. If you get your significant closer, I think Dennis Santana might fit into that. You get an 8th inning shutdown guy and a 7th inning shutdown guy, a guy that you could run out. If you could get a bullpen schedule that you could run out and shut down 4 out of 5 times, 3 out of 5 times a week, you're in the playoffs. That's the way that I see it. You get Mike Trout in with O'Neal Cruz, Andrew McCutchen, Brian Reynolds, Joey Bart, Nick Gonzalez when he comes back healthy. That would be an absolutely disgusting lineup. I wouldn't. With the way that the NL Central is, I mean, you got the Cubs right now, which the Cubs are probably the front runner at this point. I mean, I would say they're by far the front runner. But if you get Mike Trout in Pittsburgh, if you somehow make that miracle happen, I would say that it would be a good team to come out of the blue and get Mike Trout. I mean, versus your typical Yankees or Dodgers. I mean, that would be the way that I see it. I mean, the Pirates have players to offer. The Angels have to be willing to want to move from them and start a rebuild. You get Burrows, who could be a top rotation piece. Maybe you dangle a Bubba Chandler. I personally wouldn't want to dangle Bubba Chandler, but maybe to get Mike Trout, if you see it as you only have a 2-3 year window to win now, that might be the way that you got to do it.
I think they would give up Skeens and Cruise Missile for him.
I wouldn't make that trade.
I wouldn't make that trade either. That's just me. I personally think he is being wasted in LA, and I personally think that he is not the GOAT everybody thinks he is, and I personally have my reservations about Mike Trout. But on that note, we're going to end it here. Drop your stuff in the chat. Bring it next time. DM us. Hit us up. Let us know if you want to be a guest on next week's episode, folks. That's going to do it for us here at Busch's in the Burgh, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. We'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to watch this recap, it'll be over on YouTube. We'll have it on Apple Podcasts now and Spotify. We are there now, so get your weekly roundups when you leave for the car in the morning. So excited to get to next week and put out some more episodes for you guys. Thank you.